So this is Joshua's Upwork profile. He is a mid-level developer, so he's got more experience, mostly in React Native, WordPress, and front-end development. Now what we're going to do is take this profile, which is fairly new, hasn't had any projects go through it yet, but see how we can make it more appealing and more effective. Now, the things I'm going to teach you, although he's a mid-level dev, is something that you can use throughout your profile, whether it's Fiverr or Upwork. So before we go take a look, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go take a look. I'm going to have a quick review, give you my initial thoughts on it, and you can take that advice and implement it. But I can see if we start from your profile picture, you've got a nice smiling picture. It's professional, and that's really what we want to stick to. We want to have a professional picture that, you know, makes it quite inviting for people to hire you. And probably see if you can get a higher quality resolution image if possible. But otherwise, yeah, good start. So let's jump down to here where it says the amount that you're charging and what you're specializing in for that service of $150 per hour is you are a WordPress expert, React Native developer, and an AI engineer. So there's a lot that you're packing into there for that $150 per. Now it says you're an expert in web development and, you know, a lover of user experiences. My specialty ranges from small to mid-sized businesses. Now, yeah, so there's a lot of outcome-based language here, but I would probably reword it to. I'd probably remove the line here and a lover of user experiences, because that could be, you know, outside of tech and outside of, you know, front end development. So I'd probably look at just kind of wordsmithing this a bit to put yourself in the mindset of a client, someone who wants to hire you. What do they want to hear from you? What do they want to basically have here in your bio that's going to clinch them hiring you? So they're looking to tick a few boxes. What are they? Maybe create a persona of a few clients that you want to hire you and think about what they would want in your bio to basically hire you. So it's a level of proof that they're looking for. Now, if we're talking about proof, and obviously it's a great set of skills you've got here, project management is obviously important because I think from what you're saying to me, you're angling for larger projects from this. And just for context, Joshua is more of a mid-level dev. So this would be a bit more advanced. But this is in the realm of WordPress and React Native developer. Personally, these could be split, but we'll keep it as one for now. Now, if we go to the portfolio to have a look, we'll have a look at some of the things that you've got here. So this is a project. So cat's claw fasteners. And as a project, you know, this is decent. This is fairly professional. The original website was partially built with Elementor, running outdated plugins and compromised malware. I secured and cleaned the site to rebuild it from search using breakdance. Okay. So yeah, again, you have to think of what about this is going to appeal to somebody who might not be technical. So there's a lot of technical terms being thrown around here, and it's the same in your bio as well. You're assuming that people who hire you are going to be technical. That is not going to be the case. So when you say you're an expert in WordPress, React Native, all this stuff, this doesn't mean much to a client. You need to be very outcomes based in the way you present yourself, because oftentimes there's a lot of people who are going to come onto Upwork, want to hire a WordPress developer who may not be technical. So you have to cater your bio in that way. Okay, let's go here. I mean, these screenshots, you know, aren't super strong for commanding $150 per hour. Let's have a look at this next project. Okay. So again, would be a tough sell for $150 per hour based on this portfolio from what I'm seeing. So everything about this not massively inducive to $150 per hour. And that's my initial reactions. That's my gut reactions. This is the reaction. A lot of people are going to go, I mean, the footer on this is a bit better. I like the footer on this a bit more. And parts of this site are nicer. It's elements of all these sites that are good, but you know, the whole package of the sites probably aren't going to be $150 an hour. So I would review this. I would think we probably need to be a bit more realistic about this. I probably don't even think you can charge $50 per hour right now. The reason I say that is because there's a lot of mid-level devs who are able to charge like $45 an hour, $40 an hour right now because you have no projects in Upwork. That's the main thing. Now, there's multiple ways you can go about this. You can ask existing clients to basically pay you through Upwork and sign a contract with you on Upwork, and that way you can get some projects on here. But you really need to get like 2 or 3 projects on here, and then you can start really bumping that rate up. Once you get about maybe 5 projects on here, well, then you can probably get nearer to $150 per hour. Probably look at what everyone else is doing on Upwork and try and realistic for what the market is. But people will bite if you've got a strong portfolio. Now, one of the things about your bio, I noticed there's no video in it. Now, the strongest performing Upwork accounts have a video of themselves just talking, because then you get an idea of who the person is. Can you communicate with them? Will you get on with them if you take on a multi-month project? It helps in any kind of human relations arena, that you understand if you're going to get on with this person or not, if you are somewhat a culture fit in some ways. And having a video really does help that. So I advise all our students to have videos on their Upwork profiles, and any profile where you are selling yourself, and if you can add a video. So when it comes to employment history, this is fine. I think that works well, and this kind of plays in to the idea you're a mid-level dev. Probably, instead of saying I'm an expert in web development, maybe say I have years of experience in software engineering and WordPress development. All these things, like, really do sell the experience, really do sell the idea that you are an authoritative figure in this field, because I think that's what's going to clinch a lot of clients. And you need to start thinking in that mindset of what is the wording that is going to clinch a project for you over someone else, because they'll probably be looking at 2 or 3 people and they'll be umming and ahhing about it. And price comes into it, a cost value comes into it. But if you are an expert, if they feel like you're going to take care of them, and you bring that across, you talk about ownership, you talk about how you are going to it from start to end on a project. Those are all huge, and you want to give confidence to a client. But that's my initial reactions. I think otherwise it's pretty good. I would make sure your LinkedIn, your GitHub, everything that you can link is in here. If you've got a portfolio website, link it in here. But otherwise, yeah, pretty good. But that would be my feedback. Definitely lower this hourly rate until you get more projects on here. But yeah, there we go, Josh.